From inside Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab, Taj Bradley. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. That clips the zone, and we are underway. Right through there for a strike. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Here is Bryce Harper. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Outside low, and that is ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. That's through there for a strike. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That's his 3rd home run of the series, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. So the Phillies strike first with a solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, and on the hill for the Phillies, Ranger Suarez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first. Now up for Tampa Bay, number 14. Foul ball there. Here's your 1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Lau at the plate. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
And the 1-0. Runner on the move. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Next pitch misses. 2-1.
2-1.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Runner at second, nobody out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Yandy Diaz now. And a strike. Sliced hard but foul. Changeup missing. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And a weak ground ball to the left side. Tosses to first. That's the second out.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter.
All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Jonathan Aranda in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. On the ground right side. Handles, throws to first. Third out. One left for Tampa, and it remains 1-0. Back now in Tampa Bay. Top of the second. Here's JT Real Muto. Bradley back to work. Makes the sliding stop. Over to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
And And here comes Alec Boehm. Pitch misses there.
That's a ball.
1-0. Boehm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. So 2 balls and no strikes. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
Right through there for a strike. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
In the air, right field. Nabs it, 2 down. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
There's a swing and a drive. This one's got a chance. And that's going to bang against the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double. So up next, Weston Wilson. And that misses.
That's the ball.
And that's ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Back up the, oh, that got him. To first, save. And runners at the corners after the infield single. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
Here's a speed threat, Johan Rojas. Pitches in for a strike, 0-1. Sosa at third. Wilson at first. 2 out of the inning. And a foul ball. On the ground to short. They get the force. That ends the frame. So they strand a pair. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Phillies 1, the Rays nothing. Bottom half of inning number 2, and stepping in for the Rays, Cameron Meisner. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Curtis.
And now it's going to be Curtis Mead. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
First good strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Line drive. Wilson. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting 7, the left fielder, Travis Jankowski.
Now, Travis Jankowski. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Next pitch inside, and the count is 1-1. And that one fouled off. Kicks and deals. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Ground ball right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. And that is the third out of the inning. Rays held in check here. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here is Trey Turner.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
There's a strike. Swings through that one.
2-2.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And brings it in at the wall. Chris, he had a long way to go for that catch, and it looked like he got a great jump on it as well.
He did, Boog, and StatCast tells us this guy had to run nearly 120 feet on his way to making that catch and just really showed off his closing speed on that play.
And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one hammered back there. And that ball is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His second home run of the series, and they add to their lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Here comes Schwartz to the plate. He's already homered in this game. First pitch just misses. Schwarber throws right, bats left. 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and they keep adding to their lead. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So 1 out, nobody on. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. That one finds the zone. 0-1. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, JT Realmuto.
2 outs, base is empty. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Grounded out his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That's to third. And that will end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Set for the bottom of the third. And now the catcher for the Rays, Ben Workvet.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And now the count is even. Chopper right side. To first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Taylor Walls.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
That one hit to right. And that drops foul. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That one off the mark. Now 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Curveball over for a called strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. Still down 3-0. Start of the 4th, and now it's Alec Bohm.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Sosa batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Ball. 1-1.
And he grounds one to the right side. Lau on to first.
That's it out.
2 up, 2 down.
The bat, the first baseman, Weston.
So 2 down now, and here is Weston Wilson.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Just
Nope.
missed.
1-1.
And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground to third, Diaz. The throw to first, and the Phillies are set down in order. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Bottom of the 4th, and now it's Brandon Lau.
The second baseman, Brandon Lau.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Line to left. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Lau gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now the DH, Jonathan Aranda. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And there's the strike. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
The Rays trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is down low. Two outs. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here at Tropicana Field, we go to the top of the 5th, and here is Johan Rojas.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Ball.
Outside.
1-0.
And another
That's a
ball.
ball.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That's back there. Makes the grab on a leaping play at the wall.
What an outstanding effort, going all the way back to the warning track and leaving his feet to bring that one in. It's so tough to jump on the run like that and time it perfectly, so that was awesome.
So the batting order turns over. Trey Turner now. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. This to third. Diaz tosses across to first. Turner is out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Bryce.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Bryce Harper. He's already homered here in this one.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Shane Baz warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Pepio getting loose as well. Next pitch is outside.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
That one the other way. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Ball one low. In the dirt.
That's a ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
2 outs. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 0 for 2 in this one. Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening on the bases, though. First and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
Late with the swing there.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. On its way to the corner. And a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. 2 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 3, the Rays nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Cameron Meisner. Suarez back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And there's a ball.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Check swing, no appeal. Hit in the air, center field. Rojas settles under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Curtis.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Curtis Mead. He's 0 for 1. That's a little high. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
This guy's sink has so much drop at it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Next offering is downstairs. Inside, almost got him.
3-1.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and foul ball. Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jankowski stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Nothing doing for Tampa. They trail it here 3-0. Shane Baz gets the ball now.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
And now it's JT Realmuto. He's grounded out a couple of times. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it. When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone. And for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Fly ball down the line. Meisner towards the line. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Now back, second baseman, Edmundo.
Two outs, base is empty.
Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. 1 for 2. Sosa measures 6 feet even, 29 years old, and he was born in Panama. Activity in the bullpen. Eric Orrs appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Center field. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Phillies 3, the Rays nothing. Back now in Tampa Bay, bottom of the 6th. Here's the catcher, Ben Workvet. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Next offering is fouled back. Not close with that one. Now 1-2. And misses inside. That missed by a lot. And the count's full.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And stepping in for the Rays, Taylor Walls. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Slow curveball drops in for a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Rortvedt gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Well done behind the dish.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Here's the center fielder. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
And a curve drops in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser.
Turner Good feed. That's one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Making 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Phillies 3, the Rays nothing. Top of inning number 7, and digging in for Philadelphia, Weston Wilson. And that drops in for a strike. To the right side. Oh, what a stop. Throws from his knees. Got him. Nice play.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. First pitch misses.
1-0.
The other way, fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
1 out, runner at second. Here's Trey Turner. Now a check on him at second, back safely. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that's a little bit high. And it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
1 out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
So Harper stands in. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And there's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Ground ball up the middle. Lau. Now a jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they lead it 3-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lau. The Rays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
In the dirt, and that's ball 1. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Matt Strom. The veteran southpaw is getting ready to come on if needed. Kirkering, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one is gone. That's worth the price of admission. And they inch closer. It's 3-1.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ballgame.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. Pitches in there. That's strike one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Here comes the 0-1. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
There's the strike.
This guy at the dish excels at 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And he chases that one. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Jonathan Aranda getting ready to hit. Swinging a foul out of play. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That's a little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Bounced up the middle. Sosa tosses to first. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ranger Suarez done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. On the mound now, Matt Strom.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now the right fielder, Cameron Meisner. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
No balls. 1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. And that just misses. Next offering upstairs. on the ground. Turner whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Now the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Boz back to work. That one in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Phils, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
That's outside.
No, that's out.
And now 2-0.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
And that's down and away. Fastball for a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So a man at first. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. First pitch doesn't find the zone. In the dirt. Schwarber aboard here at first with nobody out. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Diaz. One down. And now it is JT Realmuto. 0 for 3 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Man at first, one away. This one in the dirt. That one outside, and it's 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
That one to first, but that rolls foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's downstairs and outside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
That one out to right. Meisner under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Alec Bohm, the next to hit. Slice down the right side. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
That big curve inside is a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one is inside, ball one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
2-2.
Hard hit left side. Out number 3. Phillies strand one, but they still lead it 3-1. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Rays, Curtis Mead. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
The left fielder, number
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Junior Caminero.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Right through there for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Action in the pen down there.
1-1.
Jordan Romano, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. The tying run at the plate. And a count 1-2. And that one is inside.
2-2.
Tying run at the plate. On the ground to third. Boom. Goes to second for one. Back to first, and it's over his head. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, no trouble getting the double play started, but clearly some trouble on that return throw to first. I'm not sure if the runner going into second had a part in that or if it was something like a bad transfer. Either way, could have been 2 outs, but instead, they got to work around a runner in scoring position now.
And now Ben Workvet. He's 0 for 1. That one misses. 1-0. Man at second. And he takes one right on the black. And the count 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1-2 is the count.
One, two now. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Matt Strom out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jordan Romano.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Late swing, foul to the left. Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Whips it across. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. The Rays strand just the one, and they still trail it here 3-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Pepio.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So coming into the game now on defense, Christopher Morel. He'll be out in left field. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 3. Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. Swinging a foul straight back. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now back, the center fielder, Johan Rojas.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
And ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Eric Orrs warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Sosa stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Tapped softly on the ground. Gets it to first. 2 away now.
Now back, Trey.
Here's Turner now. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
0-2.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the...
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Phillies 3, the Rays 1. Bottom 9, here's the Rays leadoff hitter, number 14. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
Trying to bunt his way on, and it goes just foul. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. That's off the mark, and the count 1-2.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Brandon Lowe now at the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter, Romano. A 6'5" righty. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a two-seamer. Late on that fastball.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Set down on strikes. And they're down to their last out.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
So they're down to their final out. Now the third baseman, Yandy Diaz. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Now one missed.
1-0.
Two down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
There's a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Just missed.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. He swings and fouls one off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Romano is just 1 strike away. Line drive, base hit right center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Aranda in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. Tying run at the plate. They're down to their final strike.
He can live up in the zone
1-2
all
the count.
game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Two outs. Hit to right, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.